expectations. Not nurturing to the point where a lot of our children are savvy
Right.
to find systems and they know who they can play and who they can't, but really building some consistency where they know you care, but you're also going to hold high expectations for them. So that's one of the things that we're excited about, and that training is taking place next Friday, March 27th.
Awesome. I have one more question to ask you all, and of course, we're going to need an hour show, or maybe 2 hours. I'm gonna have to ask you all to come on again because there's a lot of questions I have to ask. But one question in particular: what are some of the challenges facing Brandywine School District, and what are the opportunities to promote success of the district as a whole?
There's a lot going on to promote our success. You know, we have a Facebook page that has an awful lot of followers, and our website. We have newsletters and such. I think the schools do an excellent job of promoting. And before I came here tonight, of course, I was at Tally, as we were discussing earlier. They have Aladdin being shown, the musical tonight and tomorrow night. And I think the schools are doing a great job through their students and families of promoting the great things that are happening. We need to continue that and do as much of it as possible. We have plenty of challenges. And the one I think that we're struggling with the most right now are children who are coming to us in crisis, and we're seeing an increasing number of those students from both the city and the suburbs, for that matter. And having the resources in the schools to meet their needs is critically important. We need more resources, that's for sure. I don't know that there will ever be a time when we have, quote unquote, enough. But we are seeing children coming into the buildings hungry, children coming into buildings with baggage that they shouldn't, quite frankly, as children have to carry. And getting them to be college and career ready is a significant challenge because they're, in some cases, just worried about survival or worried about loved ones and what's going to happen to mom or dad or a sibling. And as Darrell mentioned in his previous answer to this issue of working with staff to be compassionate, understanding, because most of us who end up in education come from similar backgrounds, maybe not the same, but similar in that we were, provided a foundation that drove us into education. We valued it. Some of our children don't understand how or why to value education. They don't have that kind of support at home. And so in school, we find ourselves trying to provide that support. Some can do it better than others. And so it's incumbent upon us to ensure that we're providing that on-the-job training to our staff so that they can reach children. I see that as our biggest challenge. What do you think, Darrell?
And education is tricky in that the schools are often looked at the places where you deal with societal ills. So everything that goes on in society, schools are the one place that everyone comes together and they tend to manifest itself. So I would just say creating a balance in terms of being able to address and deal with the situations or issues that you can, the best that we can, but also understanding that we do a good job and education is hard. And as educators, being willing to not to be arrogant, but to celebrate the wonderful things that we do. I think too often we focus on what's not right in the system, not realizing, again, as Brandywine School District, we serve over 11,000 families. So, we're far-reaching in terms of our impact. So realizing that on any given day, a mentor of mine said, what's the dinner conversation? What conversation are families having at dinner? And if they're having more positive conversations than negative conversations, then I say we're doing a good job. So I think just celebrating the good work that we're doing and not get caught up in everything that tends to happen around us to make us feel defeated.
Excellent. Well, I do appreciate both of you, and I really appreciate the fact that you all are personable people as far as the leadership is concerned, because a lot of times, as far as being a teacher, you don't get the chance or opportunity to talk to the superintendent and assistant superintendent, but you all come into the schools and you know everybody and well-liked. So I thank you. I thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask that you come back again to the show because I see that we need more than a half hour. We need 60 minutes because I wanted to go into the special ed component. I wanted to go into some other components, for the development of the child. In the community, you need to see what's going on. If you're not tuned in, you will be seeing this show on YouTube. Thank you, but I'm going to a break right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much. Good evening, and welcome to HBCU. welcome back to HBCU Delaware Talks. And again, thank you for joining us. I have two of Delaware's finest on the show this evening, and they're here to talk to you about some events that they have going on. I have Mrs. Joyce Dungy Proctor, and I also have Mrs. Melinda Proctor. And thank you. Welcome to the show.
And
How are you?
well, we're doing wonderful.
Yes.
How are you doing, Melinda?
I'm doing fantastic.
We're excited to be here. Happy birthday to you.
Well,
Happy birthday.
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes. I thank God to have one every year, and He
Yeah.
wakes me up, so I'm excited
Yes.
about what God is doing, what He has done, and what He's about to do.
That's
So,
right.
can you tell me what you're doing? What's going on?
Okay, all right. Well, you introduced me, but I'm Joyce Dungy Proctor, president of Seminars by Joyce to Total You, Inc. I am a speaker, certified career consultant, and master networker.
Awesome.
Tomorrow, I'm hosting an event at the Chase Center. It's a networking event, Reset 2015 mega networking event to be exact, from 6 to 10 p.m. Currently, the event is kind of sort of at a sold out status.
Really?
However, if someone's interested, they can definitely inbox me. So let me tell you about the mega networking event. First and foremost, my goal is to get the word out about bringing your face-to-face networking up to the level of your social networking. We all know that everybody's all about the social networking, the Twitter, the Facebook, and they're all great. We utilize those sources to reach the masses. I'm here to say that face-to-face networking is very much alive and kicking. I'm excited about it. Okay, I think that you will agree, and I know that Melinda will agree. She's one of my platinum sponsors.
Awesome.
Allstate, Privy Pal, and Melinda Proctor.
Yes.
Okay,
Awesome.
they are my platinum sponsors. But I think we can all agree that there's nothing more powerful than good old handshaking, storytelling, face-to-face networking in a room, collaborating with like-minded professionals, and I like to say making the connections that matter most.
Awesome.
So that's what we'll be doing at the Chase Center tomorrow evening on the riverfront from 6 p.m. Until 10 p.m. The event agenda goes as follows. We'll open with a 30-minute seminar on networking, followed by speed networking, mix and mingling, hors d'oeuvres, and a cash bar.
Oh, my.
Doesn't get much better than that. So we're excited. We're excited.
Awesome. That's interesting that you said that and you're having your event at the Chase Center, because I also hold an event every third Friday.
Okay.
And it's a meet and greet, because I'm working so hard. I'm working hard on trying to build an HBCU community in Wilmington. And I wish some of these folk would just come out.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we'll get more of a turnout when the weather breaks, because it's
Yeah.
inside and outside.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it's at the
That's
Westin.
true.
Yeah.
So
You're
maybe
right
they can
next
walk
door.
right through the Westin.
And go right into the, yeah.
Well, you know what? Would you like us to pre-register you?
That may not be a bad idea.
Because it's only $50. The investment's only $50.
Yeah.
We would love to pre-register you.
That may not be a bad.
It's
But
worth
how am
it.
I going to
It
be there? But we're going to work
So
this
many
out. We're going to
things to do,
talk
huh?
after the show. Can you, Miss Melinda Proctor? Can you tell me what it is that you do?
Yes, my name is Melinda Proctor, and I am a licensed RE/MAX agent. I'm a real estate agent. I've been selling real estate for over 23 years. I absolutely love working with buyers and sellers, and I want to talk to buyers right now. And basically, there's so much to know about buying a home, but there are a lot of people out here that really don't think that they can purchase a home. And my mission is to get as many people in a home as I possibly can, because I think everybody should own a piece of the land.
Yeah.
You know, have home ownership. But there's so many things to know, and I hold my buyers' hands through from the beginning all the way to the end, because buying a house sometimes is a scary thing to some people. And sometimes, you know, they're nervous, you know, but if you're working with someone who can guide you through the whole process and give you that confidence, then, you know, you'll have home ownership, because I work with people all the way until they get the key. But what I want to say today is that I sponsor a first-time homebuyer seminar every month at the Christiana Hilton in Newark and in Dover. There's one the 18th of April at the Christiana Hilton. It's free from 10 to 12 in the morning. And in Dover on the 25th from 10 to 12 at the Holiday Inn in Dover. And basically the author who wrote the book, First Time Homebuyers book, will be teaching everything you need to know about home ownership for 2 solid hours. And after that, then at some point you get your credit pulled, and then determine if you can where you stand, because you have to start somewhere when it comes to being qualified to purchase a home. So after you have the seminar and all, then you get your credit pulled, and then we determine exactly where you stand, and then we see if you can qualify for a mortgage.
I think
And if
it's
you
awesome.
can't, and if
I
you
do
can't, then you have to start somewhere to prepare to get to that
And
point.
you do the work with them to help them to get there. And I think that's what I love about
Yes,
it.
yes.
You don't know, anything until you identify where you are. So a lot of people think, well, hey, you know what? I'm not sure. I don't think I can buy a house, right?
Right.
Or I don't think my credit's good, or I'm not sure I qualify. Well, you can come to that seminar, right, and find out.
And find out.
So
Absolutely.
you know where you
Absolutely.
stand, and then you can work after that, right?
And my last part is, if you want to register for the seminar, free, it's melindaproctorseminars.com. So melindaproctorseminars.com, you go online, melindaproctorseminars.com, you put your name, your email, and your telephone number, you're registered.
Awesome.
That's it.
Isn't that great?
I think it's fabulous.
When was,
That's
the
your
when was the last time you had two energetic women like that?
We're full of energy. We love what we do. We have
We're full-
passion.
and
We
it's-
have
you know what?
passion for what we do. We do.
And you know what? Because a lot of people get caught up on making money. They think
Yeah.
about making money, and I tell people that it's not really about making money, because money will come with passion. A lot of people that graduate from college, first thing they want to do is go out and make $80,000, $90,000 a year.
Yeah.
But
It
then when
comes.
they don't, they get upset. See,
Yeah.
it's your passion. Your passion makes the money for you.
Do what you love, and the money will follow. You do what you love, what you have a passion
And it
for,
does.
and
It
we have a
follows.
passion for what we do. Yeah.
I think that's your word. Fabulous.
Fabulous. And how long has
Fabulous.
that been my word?
Probably
How
about
long has that been my word?
35, 45, 50
so,
years.
So at least 3 decades. Fabulous.
Yes, fabulous. Let me ask you, so what's your motivation? What led you to do what it is that you're doing now?
Oh, the networking
Yes.
event or the speaking.
The books, I look at you, I find
Oh.
that you on the YouTube, I see a lot. Facebook, I see you. Everywhere I go, I might one of these days. I'm sure I'm going to see one of them big bulletin boards with Joyce.
That's ironic.
I know it's going to happen. You can't trick me. I know you.
Well,
so
let me just say- let me-
what's your
let me-
motivation?
Let me just say this, and this is one of my favorite quotes. You don't have to be good to start, but you must start to be good.
Ooh.
That's my quote. And we don't have enough time to really go over how I started, but this is what I will say. I believe that we all have a unique gifting on the inside. What God has given me is different from maybe what Melinda has and what you have. And I think once you tap into your divine purpose, and that can be through trial and error, but once you tap into it and you get a hold of that, the sky is the limit. I'm very thankful and I'm very humbled by what you're saying, but I just believe that it is a gift, and I believe that I'm really walking in my path and operating in my gifting.
So is it safe to say that the blessings that you receive are for your spirit, but the lessons from the blessings are for your flesh? So if you don't read what you're supposed to read when that test comes, you won't pass that test. But if you do read, the lesson or the test that comes will be less in, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's all. So that's a spiritual connection.
tapping
Well,
into
I,
your gift,
look, I'm getting all quiet and mushy and everything right now because this is what I'm going to try to say. I think is that I'm just going to say this. I was very, very shy and very afraid to speak in public, and people look at where I am now and they can't believe that, but that is the truth because the people that knew me when, okay, they know that to be true, and I believe that we're all a work in progress.
Yeah.
My goal and my mission right now is to really do a knowledge transfer, to transfer my knowledge to the millennials, to the generations that are coming behind us. It's less about me and it's more about them. I know for a fact that I was put here to serve. And even when I'm tired and even when I don't feel like serving, I remove myself because I know that it's not about me. It is my duty, it's my calling. And when it's your calling, you respond.
Right.
In closing, I'm going to say this. Last year, this time, I was going through cancer treatment. So I am very thankful to be here
Yes.
because it is a true blessing.
Yes, it
So
is.
now
Yes,
the
it
things
is.
that I put off, until tomorrow, I realize that we are not guaranteed that tomorrow will come.
That's right.
So what I encourage people to do is that if they have a dream, if they have something that they're passionate about, if they have a desire of their heart to try and to meet themselves where they are, to use what they have to get what they want. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Do it now. So that's my message.
Awesome. How can we, you know, I'm working hard on trying to build an HBCU community because I know that if we build an HBCU community, we can impact this community.
Yeah.
And that would be a powerful, you know, they talk about Urban League, they talk about
Right.
other organizations. The HBCU community would be the most powerful organization. I see it here in Delaware, where we can even open HBCU Delaware Credit Union.
Okay.
Then they can get loans from the credit union and go see you. Go see you. You know, because I mean, we really have to begin
Yeah.
to use our resources. We really
Right.
have to start
Right.
looking at for we as a people, because I noticed that Oriental guy told me once upon a time, and I used it before that, he said that it's not that I hate black people or hate white people. I'm not racist or anything. He said, I just love my people. And we right now, we need to come to a common place where we begin to love our people in spite of situation. I don't like you, so I'm not going to help you. We got to get past that. And that's why I try to draw the HBCU individuals, come on back, you
Right,
know,
right.
and stop thinking that it's all about we graduated from college and we're going to do this and do that. We need to get back to that community because kids are
Knowledge
dying.
transfer.
Yeah.
Knowledge transfer.
Tell me a
It's
little bit
giving
more,
back, you
Melinda.
know?
What's your motivation and why?
My motivation is I just really believe that people I believe that people should have an ability to own a home.
Yes.
For so many years, that was so many decades, centuries, that was denied. And I do everything I can do. And it's something inside of me that gives me a thrill to show people how they can own their own home. And I come from a banking background. I've owned my own business in the past. I mean, I own my business now within the RE/MAX structure, but I've owned beauty salons, barbershops. But I finally found my passion, what Joyce was talking about. If you live your lifetime, in a lifetime, some people could live an entire lifetime and don't really find what their passion is, but to really sit down and identify what your niche is and what your passion is, and I believe that I am in a place where I tell any and everybody. I could be in a dryer, under a dryer in a beauty salon. I hear somebody talking about renting or talking about buying a home, and I come from under the dryer, and I was like, there's money for you. There's a program out here. So I'm passionate about it, and what drives me is just having a person at the end of the process realize that I have a key to my home with my own deed, and that just gives me a thrill that I just can't explain.
Even with the owning a home, I look at that word before home because people, they don't own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once we be able to get the concept to own, then it takes, you know, then it goes forward.
To a whole nother level.
Yes. Any other things that you'd like to share
Well, I've got.
regarding Joyce Dungy Proctor?
I just want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm a career coach. So my focus and area of expertise is in career consulting, and I target the working and worried, unemployed, and anyone who's in transition. So the working and worried population is continuing to grow. I am a published author of Take the Limits Off, 9 Ways to Stop Talking and Start
Awesome
Doing.
book.
And then
Awesome
also the Breakthrough book, which is a personal writing tool about creating the life that you want. It has a little bit of my cancer story in it. That's getting ready to come out now. But if anyone's in the area and they decide that they want to pop in to network, to make the connections that matter most tomorrow night, I encourage them to go ahead and stop in.
gonna be
Even though it's sold out, we will still entertain you. It's going to be great.
People connecting and networking, and it's just going to be phenomenal.
It's a lot of
It's going to be awesome.
a lot of young organizations out with our youth, and they're trying to come together. Voices for the Voices. It's a couple more that's out there. Do you work with that age group?
How old are they? What's that?
They
what's
may
that?
be maybe in the early 20s.
Absolutely.
19.
Any of the I'm focused on the millennials. That's my target
Gotcha.
audience. I mean, I can't wait, and I've got a lot of them coming tomorrow too. So I've got I've got some Age of Wisdom. You know, the millennials there. It's a very diverse, unique group. I've got professionals, business owners, people who are thinking about starting their business, people who are experienced business owners. We're all coming together to share and meet and expand our circle of influence.
I'm curious as how you all can build a relationship with the school district. That's not being taught. I don't know that it is. I mean, you know, we have to always be certified and highly qualified to be teachers. But what you do, that passion behind what you do, you are bona fide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where you would be.
I
wonder
speak
how
at
you
a
could-
lot of the schools and
Do
the
you really?
colleges. Oh, absolutely.
I'm going
And,
to bring you right into the Brandywine School District.
Absolutely, I definitely do.
Seminars,
I definitely do. And I've been in business for a decade, for 10 years. Seminars by Joyce Incorporated has been in business for 10 years. Yeah.
Can you one more time tell
Yes.
people the date tomorrow? You said 6.
Oh, okay. So it's the Mega Networking event at the Chase Center. It's tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are coming together to make the connections that matter most. If you are interested in getting a ticket at this point in time, you can call me at 302-438-8478. And I always like to tell everyone my calling card. You can Google my name, Joyce Dungy Proctor, and that's D-U-N-G-E-E, no hyphen, and I'm out there.
Excellent. You have anything else? We have maybe 25
Yes,
seconds.
yes. If you're interested in the first time homebuyer seminar that's going to be at the Christiana Hilton, April the 18th, register at melindaproctorseminars.com, melindaproctorseminars.com, and it's free.
And again, I thank you all for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
I will definitely invite you back because I want to hear more.
Yeah, and I love what you're doing,
talking.
too.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then you out there, I just want to thank you for talking or listening to us. I thank you. God bless you. See you next time.